Hey guys, this is Milch,
And this is Trondy.
and we are bringing you episode 9 of the Dungeon Floor.
6.
Okay, so I'm a little dyslexic today. We're bringing you episode 6
Yeah,
of the Dungeon
yeah,
Floor.
6.
We're in
This is in...
Blackfathom
That's what it was.
BFD.
Right, I'm looking at it right
Blackfathom
now.
Deeps, something.
BFD.
Anyway, I just wanted to point out that I've got this sweet, awesome random pet macro that I played with, and I'm using it with kittens that I got out of Stormwind because they're kittens, and why the hell not? Kitty! Okay, so
Wow.
you guys know the drill. The Dungeon Floor is a series we're going through, and we're two-manning all the 5-man instances. And why are we doing this, Trondy?
Because we can, more or less. Essentially. In a nutshell.
Yeah.
Basically.
One notable difference about this instance is that I Milk, the healer, I picked up engineering. 1 for the headpiece that gives me a bit of spirit, and 2 because now I can throw bombs all day.
Yeah, you really like those bombs. You just... How many do you... You have 160?
Easy, yeah.
100, over 160 bombs that you made for this run, and you used a good chunk of them.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Actually, like, though it doesn't show on the recording, like you only see me use several of them. I was using them like every time the cooldown was up, unless we weren't in combat.
Which was almost never. Just based off of how I pull.
Yeah. Why don't we talk a little bit about the pull size that we did?
The thing about BFD is that all of the mobs are really, well, at the beginning, all the mobs are really spread out. So what I would do is I would grab a couple mobs and run and grab some more, and run a little ways. And why are these video tracks so out of sync? This doesn't make any sense. 2 minutes and 2 minutes. Oh. 7, 8, 9. Okay. Fixed. But yeah, and then there was a lot of the fights that actually took place in the water, which was kind of interesting because you don't do a lot of pulls in the water.
Yeah, I enjoyed those water fights, except that I think the one that we're showing you, we had like at least 3 ads, which to me was upsetting because all 3 agged to me first. So I had to swim over to Trondy so he could pull them off of me.
You're the water boy. You know, what else are you gonna do? You just hold them onto him. And
I mean, I guess I could have switched to aquatic form and went away, but then you would have died. I would have too. Why didn't I do that?
I would have looked over and see this little seal like just swimming away really quick.
But yeah, we actually did get every boss in here. We even got Lady Severizis.
Savaxis?
Anyway, she's in a like cave. She drops
Cerevis?
something that's either good for hunters or rogues.
She has boobs.
Neither of which we are. We also picked up the quest in there, which is in like 2 caves over from the lady.
Yep, that's a good quest. Remember to pick that up. That's actually when you go and fight the turtle boss. It's to the southwest. So swim under, grab that quest. It's easy experience. So. Yep.
And it drops a cool wand and a shield.
And then we get to this point where they start to do some mana burns.
Oh, I hated these mana burns. Then I just started using some techniques that we've already seen, hiding behind walls and only peeking out when I need to heal.
Yeah, you kind of mastered that in WC, didn't you?
I guess I did.
With the mobs that sleep, those raptors and druids and whatever.
You know, if I hide, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm a healer. I'm not meant to be in the throes of battle.
Yeah, just make sure I don't die, please. Though you haven't let me die.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Keyword.
You just let me dip really, really low and
Well,
freak
yeah.
out.
I mean, I had a kitty with me.
It's not any. What? That's not a legitimate. Stop smiling at me.
Kitty! And I was throwing bombs. I mean, although I have to say, like, even though I was doing a small amount of DPS, I did it when they were like groups of many people.
Yeah.
And I also used the bombs that would stun people for when, like, you know, hey, this would be a great time to AoE stun so that I can cast a heal off.
Yeah. It also helped with interrupting a few mana burns. Like, as I was going back and rewatching your footage, I noticed that you used a lot of bombs. Whether or not it was intentional or not, I don't know, but used a lot of bombs that interrupted mana burns. So
yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Oh, one pull that I really wanted to see was the pull with all the Murlocs. You already know
yes.
that I hate Murlocs, and I've been in so many 5-man groups that have done this pull that we're doing right now and have wiped on it. I think this is not the hallway, but everyone actually inside of the room. And it just, I don't know what we did, but to me it was magical.
That's how we do. I just love having an infinite amount of rage. It's kind of pleasing. But yeah, I started realizing during this run that I could use Intimidating Shout. I totally forgot that the ability existed. So I started using it quite a lot, and it was very helpful.
We probably would have died without it.
Yes, several times. But we didn't die at all until later on. But, you know, up to this point, we're still good. We're still doing really good. So that's cool.
Yeah, we'll get to why we died later on when we're actually dying. And,
yeah. But for right now, pretty much, you know, the run is going so well that I start doing some... Oh, yeah, I start doing some slightly bigger pulls, kind of pushing the limit a little bit, seeing if I can put us in more harm's way, see if we can do some more awesome things.
And I'm sitting here wondering why, like, 30, 40 seconds into this pull, I've still got 80% of my mana. I mean, like, honestly, I don't know how much spirit or intellect I actually have, but I have this huge amount of mana regen, and you can just see my percentage ticking up like every 1.2-ish seconds, as long as I'm not casting. And, actually...
You quest log? Really?
Yeah. You were fine. I had you. You're in the top right corner of my screen. I can see what's going on.
I don't think we've released one video without you going ADD on something at some point. Well, except maybe Argle.
That's the way I play. Even if I tank, I'll just all of a sudden stop and start examining my gear in the middle of like a fight. I know my rotation with my fingers. I know what button does what.
I'm never raiding with you.
But these humanoids, they're actually really fun. They hit a little bit harder. They have a little bit more health, but...
Oh, right. Okay, so I decided to be a little ADHD, and I realized I wanted to make a macro. So I hit macro, started typing out cleave macro. So in the middle of this fight, I actually made a cleave macro.
You just deleted a Death Knight macro. I saw Icy Touch.
Well, I used the Death Knight macro as a template, and then I made a cleave macro. I left that in because I decided that you weren't the only one that was allowed to
be ADD.
Be retarded.
Yeah. So what does that macro actually do?
I can spam cleave now without having error messages flood my screen.
Okay.
Yeah, because pretty much this entire time, like, error messages have been flooding, so I wanted to get rid of that. Oh, so this was a huge pulls. Like, pulls kept on getting bigger and bigger because we were getting more and more confident, and you know, we were still able to handle it. Like, I was dipping down kind of low.
Like, right there, I just did like 300 damage with one of my grenades.
One grenade. One click. Well, I guess two technically, but
yeah,
that's a lot of damage. Like,
for a healer.
For anybody, honestly.
Clear casting?
It's the luckiest swing ever.
I know. I guess in my spec I have clear casting, and like when I was new to the game, I thought, you know, I don't really want to rely on something that's so full of chance, but it saved my life so many times. I guess Tron's life first, but
yeah, I would say mine first. Mine is kind of you know, the big one.
All right, so here's where we start to run into a little problem.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and explain, because you're better acquainted with what's actually happening.
Okay, so we were still feeling pretty good, so I decided to do another gigantic pull. What I did not realize is that the elementalists, the shaman in this next room, are kind of substantially stronger than every other mob in this dungeon. And by substantially stronger, I mean about 2 to 3 times as powerful.
Didn't they do twice to 3 times as much DPS as the last boss?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it was all because of their shocks. Because I don't know if their shocks have internal cooldowns or what, but they use them very sporadically, and they can use them one right after the other.
I mean, like, if you looked at his screen right before he died, he had, like, 30s flying everywhere, but all of those shocks hit for 100 to 150.
Yeah, so...
I mean, and within 3 seconds, he had, like, 6 of them.
So I died several times, and then we actually wiped. And we had a little bit of a rendering issue here. So your video track died. So I replaced it with some
My video track died.
Yes. So I replaced it with some funny...
Ellipses. I love ellipses. I use them all the time when I talk.
Gone.
Kitty.
Gone.
It's a kitty. I have to say I really like kitties. Oh hey, look, we're doing the one poll with torches. I hate this room because people don't.
You know what else you really like?
What?
Dirty things. You know what's really dirty?
What is this?
Trees.
Oh god.
Trees are really dirty.
So those torches in the room, I can't look away from the trees. Those torches in the room.
You know what else is really dirty?
No.
You want to know what else is
Why
really
are
dirty?
you doing this to me?
You want to know what else is really dirty?
What?
Carrots.
What the hell? Why would you even look this stuff up?
I had it on my hard drive for I don't know how long.
But
So,
yeah,
carry on.
the torches.
Yeah, torches.
I've gotten yelled at so many times in groups because friggin' torches. Like, I'll just go through and light all 4 of them for fun.
Hey, you know what else is really dirty? You know
Why
what
do you
else?
have a penis-looking carrot?
CD covers. So as you were saying, right? The poll? Uh-huh.
Oh my god, I think we're close to the final boss. I just want this to be over with right now. My face is beet red.
You know what else is really dirty?
What?
Actually,
what more could you do?
It's like the best one ever.
Final boss?
Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. This
No,
last
we have-
this last picture is
We
the
have
most
a
awesome.
final boss.
Oh, we got the achievement.
Yay!
You
That
know,
was our
this
first
calls
one
for a
BFD.
celebration.
Yes!
Puppies.
Aww, puppies.
Aw.
Kitties are better.
I think we just had
Kitty!
half of everybody just unsubscribe from us because you said kitties are better.
Kitties are better.
Kitty, that's so
Kyung-kun,
completely.
c'est moi.
What? What?
Kyung-kun, c'est moi.
What are you talking about?
Kyung-kun, c'est moi.
Anyway, that's the run. This is Trondy,
This is Milk.
and we'll see you in episode 7, which is I don't remember what.
I don't remember what it is either, but we'll see you in episode 7, and I'll have better bombs.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Tschüss.